Hello, hello. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie.
Hi, everybody. Happy 4th of July. I hope you're having a good one. We are.
Yeah, yes, we are. We're pre-recording this. It's actually Tuesday, June 29th. Happy birthday, Mom.
Thank you. It's been a busy day, and it's weird. So we have to confess that this is take 2, which we haven't had to do it to now because our power went out, and then our generator kicked back on, and then we had to wait till the internet reconnected. So we're trying this again. So hopefully the generator will stay on and we can
It
get through
actually
this.
worked out okay because like our first take, we had all kinds of flubs and we're like, oh, we'll edit that out. We'll edit that out. We'll edit that out. And now we just get a chance to just
Yeah.
totally redo it. Well, so we're pre-recording this, but we're actually going to be together on the 4th of July. I'm really excited to see you just for the day. Where are we going to be?
We are going to be in Muskegon. Yvonne, my oldest daughter, Julie's older sister, just moved there. Well, not just, but it's been a few months, and we haven't seen her house yet. And Julie and Jim and the kids haven't seen her house yet. So Julie and Jim are actually going to be in Michigan at Gun Lake.
A little vacation.
Yeah. They're renting a house.
We had a little house on a lake. We're really excited to have a little vacation next week.
And it's not that far from Muskegon. Just a little hop, skip, and a jump. I think less than an hour. So we're going to go to one of the parks there and maybe grill out some dogs, weather dependent, as I'm looking out the window.
Yes, all this crazy rain. I can't believe you lost power because it was actually storming here when your power went out. And at first I thought maybe my power went out. And then I realized it was you because your whole screen just like went dark.
And it's weird. I mean, we have a whole house generator. And so it took about 30 seconds, which felt like an hour and a half to kick back on. So it was very, very weird as I'm sitting down here by myself with a scared dog. She's hiding under the table, but she'll be fine.
Well, so let's just jump right in. We've got some fun projects to share today. Since it is Sunday, July 4th, when you're watching, we have some 4th of July projects to share with you. Our theme that we set for ourselves was red, white, and blue. So we've got some cards. I'm going to switch this over to my desktop and I will start. So I don't usually send 4th of July cards. Do you, Mom?
No, I don't.
So I really had to like scratch my head as I was looking at stuff in the catalog. There really isn't, or at least not in my collection, anything that says like happy 4th of July. And so this was kind of the closest I got, which I'm excited to play with this anyway, because I got this during pre-order and I have not used it yet. This is called Days to Remember. Did you get this one, Mom?
I did, but I haven't played with it yet. There's so much in this catalog that's fun that's one I haven't gotten around to yet.
Yes, this set is really great for scrapbooking and making custom special cards. And so it was the perfect choice for this 4th of July card. So I hadn't played with it. This was the first time, and I was happy to kind of get it figured out. Now, the calendar is one long stamp like this, and it's set up so that you can stamp every single month, regardless of when the first starts. You can select the portion of the stamp that fits that calendar. So I consulted my handy desktop calendar here with July to see that July 1st starts on Thursday and the 4th is on Sunday. So I don't know how well you can see the numbers here. You can kind of see, so there's the 1st and it goes to the 7th, and then it starts back over here with the 2nd and goes through, just because of like the way they want to make sure that wherever the 1st starts, the calendar kind of matches up. So I'm going to strategically ink this. I'm using the Memento ink pad, and so I'm going to strategically ink the numbers that I need. So I've got 1, 2, 3 on top, and then I'm going to go all the way to the 4th on the bottom, and I'm just inking those columns that I need. And then I'm going to stamp on this piece of this basic white cardstock is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And hopefully this stamps right the first time. That was that was my first goof last time, is that it didn't stamp right. Of course, the Stamparatus, you can ink up and stamp again if you don't get it just right. This isn't perfect, but I'm gonna go with it.
Looks good.
One way that I customized this to fit our theme of 4th of July in red, white, and blue is I used the red Stampin' blend to color some of the rows on the calendar to look like stripes. So I did every other here. So I did the top one, and then the middle, and the last one. And then I'm also going to stamp the month July. And there is a stamp in this set that says happy birthday. And so again, I did some strategic inking to stamp just the happy. So it says happy July. And then I'm going to highlight the 4th with a star. So this set has some different image sets that you can use to highlight the days. So the star is one of the shapes. There's also a flower, a heart, a little circle, and the cute little balloons. So you can use any of those to highlight one or more dates on the calendar. So love this set. Oh, I also wanted to mention there are 2 different lines that you can use for the days of the week. So whether you use a calendar that starts with Monday or you use a calendar that starts with Sunday, you're going to be able to customize the calendar stamp to start however you want and then customize the days of the week. I'm not going to use that stamp on this card because I want this just to say happy July 4th. I think I highlighted that 4. Okay. So
Yeah.
now then what sorry, Mom, what'd you say?
I just said, yeah, you did.
I
The highlight
remember
looks good.
I remembered to get something to clean my stamp now because I'm going to use the same stamp and make a star background on this Night of Navy cardstock. So this piece is 2 3/4 inches by 4 1/4, and I'm going to stamp with Versamark. This is a really easy technique, heat embossing, but it's something that I just don't do very often. I'm not a messy stamper, and heat embossing isn't that messy, but I always make a mess. You start by stamping with the Versamark ink. It's an ink that stays wet a little bit longer, and then you can tap on the embossing powder and it will stick to that ink. So it's kind of clear. And then when you put the embossing powder on, you can see where it is that you stamped because it sticks to that image. So this is where I make a mess. You can use the scrap paper to feed it back into the jar, but then somehow inevitably I spill the jar and I don't even know how I make a big mess. Okay, so after you it's just me, I think. After you stamp and use the embossing powder, you're going to use the heat tool. And this will heat the powder and melt it. And so you get sort of this raised image. As it's melting, you can kind of see like it looks like it gets darker and shiny. Can you see that? Does it show up on camera?
It does. And I was just thinking while you were saying that sometimes people have a tendency to overheat it and then it loses that shine. So once it turns and it's shiny, it's done. So you just kind of need to, turn the heat off on it.
I had a customer that once set fire to her cardstock because she
Holy cow.
I know. I was like, what did you do? And she said, well, I just kept going because I thought it was supposed to bubble. And I was like, it's not supposed to bubble. So do not emboss until it bubbles. That's too much. Oh no. Okay. So I had a thing that came on my laptop, but I think it's okay. I don't even know if you saw that. It was like a low battery. Okay. Anyway, no mess ups. This video is gonna work. So we've got our stars, we've got our stripes. I'm gonna add some more stripes on this card. I'm using Sahara sand for the card base. It's a nice neutral color, and I used to use crumb cake a lot, and I think I probably use Sahara sand even more than crumb cake now. It's a little bit lighter, and I just find it to be more neutral of a
Yeah.
neutral. Do you use Sahara sand a lot, Mom?
I do. Probably more lately than crumb cake as well. What I like though about crumb cake is that kind of that old vintagey flag look. I've used crumb
Mm,
cake with like cherry cobbler.
yeah.
So it just kind of gives it a more vintagey look if that's what I'm going for. So um yeah. But yes, I've been using Sahara sand more, and I've noticed that it's in more colors of in designer series paper too.
I think you're right. And I do agree that cherry cobbler is a good one to pair with crumb cake because there's a little more contrast there. Well, I added some stripes of cardstock. These are 3/4 inch by 4 1/4, and I did 3 of them to sort of, again, carry over this stars and stripes kind of theme. And so now I'm going to add my navy cardstock right in the center. And I just love the way this looks. I wish I could just add like a circle with, happy 4th of July or something like that. That would be like the perfect card for me. But I think the calendar
I like
looks really
this.
fun.
Yeah,
So
I love it. I love it.
okay, I'm gonna add
Now
this.
I'm inspired to pull mine out and do something with it.
Yes. I think it would be really fun for a birthday card to be able to customize it and
Oh
highlight,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the person's actual birthday or any special occasion really for that
Yeah.
matter. So I'm gonna do a little angle on this just to kind of like
Nice.
tie that in. And then I thought one more little touch. I got out this Playful Pets ribbon. This is a combo pack. So it comes with the red and white ribbon, and then it also comes with black and white twine. And it went with the Playful Pets designer paper. That's why it's called the Playful Pets ribbon. But of course, you can use it for anything. And it goes with so many things with the basic colors like black and white and red and white. So I did add a little bow, and I'm going to put that in the corner. Let's grab a glue dot. Now, when I was designing this, I couldn't decide. So I'm going to show you. I did this one with 3 stripes, but earlier when I made it, I used 5, and I can't decide which way I like it. What do you think?
When you first showed me this card, or showed me both versions, I was going for the 5 because you got 3 stripes on the calendar, then 5 stripes down, but I'm kind of warming up to the 3 stripes.
Yeah,
but either one, I really like them both.
I worry that the 5 is too busy, that there's just too many things going on. And I kind of like the parallel between the 3 stripes and the stripes on the calendar. But you could go either way, I think.
You sure could.
We got the red, white, and blue. And you used stars and stripes on
I
your
did
cards too. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'll slide on down.
Camera over. There we go.
Okay,
Ooh.
so yes, I'm always partial to patriotic cards, and probably the biggest reason is my dad. He was born on Memorial Day. He died on Memorial Day, a day before his 90th birthday. He loved this country. He served in World War II. He was proud of his service. And so because he was born on a national holiday, so I don't know if it was a national holiday back in 1927. I don't know when it became a holiday, but I think it's been around for a while. But anyway, so I always made him a patriotic card of some kind. So this one, I just took some basic white thick cardstock as the card base. And I brought out some of our real red satin stitched ribbon, and I just cut off several lengths and then used some tear and tape and to make sure I got it down smoothly and evenly, and then trimmed off the edges. And I know that this isn't the correct number of red and white stripes. I understand that. And they're supposed to be the same width. These are not clearly, but I'm using some artistic license to create this flag card. So the field of stars that I did, I also embossed them in white. And I wanted the very smallest star I could find. And so I brought out tidings and trimmings, and it has a really tiny little star. And that's what I did. I just did the same thing. I just stamped in Versamark, poured some white embossing powder on it, heat embossed it, and then added some rhinestones just for some sparkle. I don't know if my dad would have appreciated the rhinestones, but and then for the greeting, I was like looking for celebrate or, you know, something like that. But I did find in Celebrate Sunflowers, there's a Let's Celebrate You. So my original intent was to just stamp the Celebrate. So I then changed my mind after I stamped it. I'll show you kind of how I did that and just trimmed it down. That. So this is a piece of 3/4 inch basic white cardstock. And let's see if I can stamp. I don't think I'm very straight here. Well, we'll give it a go. Okay. Well, it's not too bad. And it really doesn't matter about that Y because that's coming off. We're not even going to use it. So just took my snips and started there. And then I thought, oh, you know, I like that Let's Celebrate. So I just left that on and then just adhered it to the bottom of the card with some dimensionals. And even though this it can be used for any occasion, obviously, but it would be great if you're holding or hosting a 4th of July barbecue, picnic, whatever. You could stamp on the inside all the details in the invite stuff. So then you'd have an invitation for a 4th of July get together. So,
I love it. And I think Grandpa would have liked it too.
I think you're right. I really do. So that's that project. And of course I had to do another one because I just did. So this one, I just had all kinds of fun with. So this is a birthday card. And I have been having just so much fun with these basic borders. They're getting a lot of love for me. I've used the curved one for Hostess Club this week. You've used this angled one. And so I wanted to use the zigzag one. And I'll tell you, I'll walk you through how I did it. So it's Night of Navy. Oh, I should pull this off so you can see what I'm doing. It's a Night of Navy card base. So I started by die cutting the zigzag on the bottom of the front panel, and then realized that it was going to be blue on blue, and so it might be kind of hard to see. So I took my inside piece, and oh, I had one in there. Took my inside piece, and I did the zigzag on that. So that is this piece with the rhinestones. That's it is actually the inside piece. Then I wanted some red as a red, white, and blue stripe. So I just took a piece of real red, did the same thing, just kind of cut it off and put it under here. But before I glued it, this is the front of the card, and I wanted to end with a white zigzag. So I kind of laid it out so I could kind of see where things were. And then I zigzagged the bottom. And then I actually glued it on. And then once it was on, I trimmed off the excess. There's probably a more artistic way of doing it, but that's how I did it. And
I
it
think
worked.
that's perfect. And then you don't like accidentally cut too much. That's what I would do. And then it would be too short. So I think that was perfect. And it looks so awesome. Get a close up on the bottom because this is my favorite part. And the camera does not do it justice.
I don't know if you can see the rhinestones on that bottom white zigzag. And what I did was I took our clear regular rhinestones and I took our red. Well, I did. Hang on. Stuck. There we go. I took some of our red rhinestones and then I brought up the holiday rhinestones because of the blue. So this way I was able to get, and they're all, you can find them all in the same size. So you're not, I was a little concerned about that, but so that's how I came up with the red, white, and blue rhinestones. And again, I started with, I'll open this up so you can see it better. Can you see it okay there, Julie?
Yeah, I can see them. The colors just don't show up great up. Maybe it's just my screen. Oh, it's so pretty in person.
Yeah. So I started with red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red, white. And then I wanted to make a wreath. I've known a lot of people who have done wreaths, and they've put one up for every occasion or holiday. So that's kind of fun. So I used the layering circles, and they're kind of all funky doodle, but I took two of the circles, not like the next size. I would like the, every other circle die, because I wanted a thicker wreath to put my stars on. And then I used a lot of dies on this card. Brought out the Stitched Stars dies, which has stars in every shape you can ever want to use, including this fun piece, which I thought about but didn't do anything with, but that's okay. So I found 3 of the smallest stars. That's what I wanted to go with. And die cut out a bunch of them. I lost one of my little guys, because you can see here, I just kind of laid it out like, one of this one, and then a little guy here. And I put them on with glue dots, and this guy, and then this guy again.
And is that an embossing folder? Did you emboss that?
It is. Thank you, Julie. Yes, I used the Bark 3D embossing folder to just add a little texture to the wreath.
I really like that.
Thanks. So there should be another little star here. And then I decided I wanted a bow. Okay, I'm done with this. And I debated whether or not I brought out the crinkle, because I really like this crinkle seam binding. And you can take your stamping blends and you can make it any color you want. So I debated whether I should put a blue bow or a red bow. And then I decided that it needed a white bow. So I just left it white. And I like that a lot. So again, this is, it was just a fun card to do with all these little fun edges.
I love it. It looks so patriotic. It would have been perfect for, well, I know someone who's got a birthday on the 4th of July. So really anybody whose birthday is in July. I feel like that would be such a great card. Hint, hint, hint.
Okay, maybe. Maybe.
Oh, I love it.
Well, those were my 2 projects, Julie. And the birthday grading, I should just quickly mention, came from Artistically Inked. And I know that this is in short supply, or it's on back order or whatever, but I promise you it will be back. But there's lots of happy birthday gradings that you can use. Yeah. I just wanted something kind of simple. I didn't want it to fight with everything else. So anyway, yep.
What great projects. Hey, before we switch the cameras back to our cute faces, why don't you show the flyer for the designer?
Oh,
we forgot to talk about that at the beginning. There's a lot going on in July. So demonstrators can pre-order right now from the July through December mini catalog, which launches for customers in August. But if you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order right now, and you can pre-earn Celebration. And if you're a demonstrator or not a demonstrator, you can take advantage of this designer paper sale.
Yes. So this started on July 1st and it goes through August 2nd. And this is pretty much most of the patterns that are in the annual catalog. Nothing from any mini catalog, so just the annual. And they're 15% off. So this is the time to stock up on designer series paper. All of them are on sale for $9.78 US dollar, except for In Good Taste. And this is a paper pack that carried over from last year's annual catalog, and it's got a lot of neutrals and wood grains and that kind of thing. It's great for masculine cards. And it's a thick pack. I mean, I don't remember how many sheets are in there, but it normally sells for $21. So it's on sale for $17.85. So I'll read off the rest of the papers that are on sale. So Beauty of the Earth, Bloom Where You Are Planted. And one of my favorites, and seems to be a favorite with a lot of people, is the hand penned. In the Wild, Pansy Petals, Sweet Symmetry, You're a Peach, and those are all 12 by 12s. There's one 6x6 pack, and that is Tidings of Christmas. So if you're thinking Christmas cards and you want to kind of get a head start, you may want to consider this paper. So it's really pretty. So anyway, that is it. That just contact your demonstrator, or which is one of us, hopefully, right?
Yes, you can order the paper on sale right now in either one of
Yes.
our online stores, and you know how to find us.
Yes, you do. So anyway, that is the paper sale that's going on right now, and you don't want to miss out.
Let's switch these back to our faces and spotlight. There we are. All right, let's show up our cards one last time. I think we nailed this red, white, and blue challenge with our stars and our stripes. You want to hold up your cards, Mom?
I do. Ooh, there's a music there. Oops, wait a minute. Let me turn it right side up. There we go. Yeah, so those are our projects, and Julie, I agree with you. I think I'm just struggling with getting them straight. I think we nailed it. This was a fun challenge for us to do. And we should maybe incorporate some other color challenges down the road. I think we could do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to kind of think on that, and maybe later on, on the 4th, we can kind of put our heads together and kind of talk about it. I mean, what's going to be real fun is that in a few weeks, I'm going to be in Champaign. So Julie and I can film some videos together while we're there. So that'll be kind of fun too. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to spending time with my grandkids and my kids. And it's just been great. So on that note, we are going to let you go so you can go enjoy your holiday.
Yes, happy 4th.
Thank you so much for watching. We just love you all, and we're just happy to be doing this. It's a lot of fun.
We'll see you next week on Sunday, July 11th.
Yes, just before your birthday.
Yes. All right, everybody, have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.